Hi and welcome to CB Clicksale. In this presentation I'm going to show you how you can make money using Google AdWords with sending traffic directly to your affiliate site, which in turn captures email addresses of buyers as part of the ClickBank checkout process. And after the sale, the buyer gets access to the product and additional bonuses provided through using CB Clicksale. The entire process avoids the vendor site, which is needed in order to avoid falling victim to AdWords suspension and bans due to the bridge policy. In fact, it's almost impossible for affiliates to use AdWords, and that's one massive benefit to using CB Clicksale with creating online profits fast. Now let's begin with creating our campaign. The first thing you need to do is find a product that you want to promote within ClickBank. Make sure to look for one which has a great landing page and product and further takes your interest. For this demo, I'm looking within the dog training niche. You'll notice that I'm not too bothered about gravity and other metrics. Ultimately, ClickBank will never tell you the sales figures and traffic conversion figures. Hence, use your best judgment with available metrics as well as the quality of the vendor site. For this demo, I have chosen Dove Croswell's Dog Training Online, which has over 50 training videos. So let's promote that with creating our hop link, with adding your account nickname, and for this demo it's CBC sale, in addition to adding a tracking ID so that we can see the sales related to our AdWords campaign. The tracking ID being the letter A, and now clicking create to generate the hop link. And now copying that to Notepad. Next I'm going to copy the vendor ID which is shown at the top. We'll need this for our CB Clicksale campaign. Next, I'm going to grab the title of the product, which is purely for identification purposes when creating the campaign. And finally, let's have a look at the website. And as you can see, there's a lot of information. In fact, reading through this site, I quickly realized it's a quality product from a renowned trainer for TV and movies. And all of that will really help with developing my own website. Now, in order to set up this campaign, I will also need the checkout URL, as we will be setting up a direct sales checkout campaign. So for that, I'm going to copy the URL destination by right-clicking the mouse, with selecting to copy the link location, which you can see here in Notepad. Now, should that not include a reference to pay.clickbank.net, then please follow the training video number 3, whereby I explain in detail on how to derive this URL. Finally, I'm going to paste this into my browser to make sure that the ClickBank checkout page works as expected. And as you can see, that's all okay, so we can now begin to create our campaign within CB Clicksale. Now back in the members area, let's go ahead and create our campaign. To get started, click on Add New and enter a title. So for this, I'm going to use the product title Dove Croswell's Dog Training Online. Click OK to save it, and next select it from the list and click Edit in order to add more information. So for step 1, I'm going to use the details which I copied to Notepad whilst on ClickBank earlier. And again, I'll be adding the product name. Next, add the hop link. I'm also going to add the tracking ID, which is the letter A. And finally, let's add the vendor ID, that being CEE123. And once done, we'll need to save step 1. Next, we'll need to add our bonuses. To get started, click on the Add Bonus button. There are various fields drop-down lists which you can search against. I'm going to start off with the niche drop-down, with typing in the word dog. And now running the query to see what we get. Okay, so let's select some of these bonuses, noting that the ones I don't select which are relevant are going to come in handy for a later demo with regards to list building. And fast forwarding, let's have a look at the other niche categories. Now looking in dog food, the complete book of dog treats looks good. And for demo purposes, it's a good idea to also check out the relevant category and subcategory of which the ClickBank product belongs to. That being home and garden, animal care and pets. And let's add the final one, which being how to train your puppy. And as a quick reminder, you can of course expand the grid to look at more details, as well as clicking on the excerpt link to see a summary of the actual document, which comes in handy for writing your own unique bonus descriptions for your website. Now back in the campaign assignment form, let's move on to step 4 with applying some additional settings. The first thing I'm going to do is add my autoresponder which I created earlier. Please refer to tutorial 2 on details on how to do that. For this, I'm going to choose the post autoresponder method. Next, click Assign and select the one you want from the list. All done. It's worth noting that I will not be using the bonus script override as emails will be captured during the sales process. The final thing left to add is the direct sales checkout URL which we captured earlier. Now just pasting it in, saving it, and finally I'm gonna test it. Great, that looks like it's all working. Noting at the bottom the affiliate ID is intact together with the tracking ID. Now back in the campaign assignment form, the only thing left to do is to launch our campaign with adding the ebook covers and the Buy Now button to our website. To do that, I'm going to select the bonus description table and copy that to Notepad. Click on Select and Ctrl+C on the keyboard. And now just pasting that in, you can of course paste it directly to your website or to a visual web editor for easy editing. Here is the website which I have developed. You'll notice that the style is that of a product provider and it looks nothing like your typical affiliate review site. Now that is hugely important when it comes to putting this website onto AdWords. The emphasis is to provide accurate and detailed information highlighting the benefits. And as you can see, I have left a placeholder for our bonuses as well as the fact we need to add in the hyperlink code for the Buy Now button to work. Or alternatively, you can of course copy the Buy Now button code directly from CB Clicksale. Now here I am in the WordPress admin in order to copy the embed code for the image covers. Now just deleting the placeholder text and replacing that with the embed script. Next, let's save it. And once done, we'll need to refresh the web page. So let's give that a second to refresh. And here we go. As you can see, the default descriptions are, in my opinion, a bit too detailed for this web page. As such, I'm going to revise this and rearrange the ordering with using a web editor. And again, I'm back in WordPress admin and now we'll replace the embed code with a revised version. So just deleting the old code and now copying in the revised new code. And of course saving that and now updating the web page. And finally refreshing the web page in order to see the changes. And here we go. And a quick look through to make sure it looks okay. Now back in CB Clicksale, I'm going to now grab the Buy Now button code, noting that at a later point I'll show you the Buy Now button plus email capture. And now back at the website, I'm now going to add the Buy Now button URL or hyperlink to the relevant sections. Back in WordPress, I'm now going to add the Direct to Sales checkout to the full width slider button. I've copied the code to Notepad. So just getting that and just grabbing the URL as the hyperlink part is not needed for the full width slider. And now pasting that URL into the button URL for this theme. And I'm going to do the same again for the second slider and again for the third slider. Right then, let's update the web page and see it in action. So let's refresh the browser first. And now going to click on the Access Now button, which will take me directly to the ClickBank checkout page. In the background, note that the redirect is making sure that the affiliate cookie is picked up before proceeding to the checkout page. And great, here we are on the checkout page, noting at the bottom you can see that the affiliate ID is in place. Next, I'm going to cover important guidelines which I strongly recommend before implementing your AdWords campaign. This covers 1. Clogging the direct to sales checkout URL as you would do with clogging affiliate links. 2. Provide your visitors with clear instructions on how to get support. This is essential to AdWords approval. I'll also cover a smart way to handle email queries which you may get. Finally, you will also need to add appropriate disclaimers, privacy and terms pages. And again, this is also essential to AdWords approval. Adding a clogged or redirected link is easy with the use of many available plugins. Just make sure to set it as no-follow link, and in my opinion with 3 or 2 temporary redirect, as that prevents any link juice being passed. And here you can see that I have added the direct to sales URL with the displayed link based on the title as being checkout. And finally, here is the new URL on the Buy Now button, which is redirected to the ClickBank Direct Sales checkout. An alternative approach to that of using a plugin is to set it up via your htaccess and robots.txt file. To do that, simply add this line to your htaccess file, noting that the first link is your displayed one and the second is where it's been redirected to. And for your robots.txt, simply add the disallow statement, noting that the subfolder is where the display link is referenced. This additional measure is the equivalent of adding a nofollow attribute to the link. Next, I'm going to cover the support strategy for this website. You'll notice that on the main menu bar there are links to FAQ, support and contact. So let's have a look at the FAQ. The purpose of the frequently asked questions is twofold. One, to help your website get AdWords approval, and the other is to minimize efforts on your part to reply to support queries, such as how to locate the order details from ClickBank as shown. Also important is to explain how to claim the additional bonuses which are provided by CB Clicksale as part of your campaign. To add the bonus claim form, simply head back to the campaign assignment form and select bonus claim form from the drop-down list as shown. For this example, I have used the hyperlink code and have not embedded it directly on my site. For direct access, copy the URL to your browser as shown. And now clicking on the link, which will take us to the bonus claim form. And here it is. The claimant simply needs to enter their ClickBank receipt number in order to get instant access. In addition, it's important to explain the vendor's sales guarantee and also the ClickBank sales and cancellation policy. For this product, there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. And here is the ClickBank return and cancellation policy, which is useful to have. In addition, also provide instructions on how to make a return either through ClickBank or via your support email. Also, I have set up a support page which outlines clear instructions for customers on what to do. If possible, add a help desk trouble ticket system to your domain as shown. The addition of FAQ and support pages can really add credibility and confidence to your potential buyers. And finally, add a contact form to allow visitors to email you directly. A neat trick is to add an instant autoresponder message to your email address, which outlines the main support needs. To do that, simply go to your web host cPanel as shown, where you can add an autoresponder which is similar to an out-of-office message. And here you can see that the message is instantly sent out to those who email support directly. This email has all of the necessary details on how to locate the ClickBank receipt, access the product and bonuses. In addition, here is the message which is sent as part of the purchase process when capturing emails prior to the user reaching the ClickBank checkout page. I'll come to capturing the buyer's emails later on in this video. But do keep this in mind. Now, before I launch my AdWords campaign, it's important to discuss necessary prerequisites which AdWords requires. A very important one is a disclaimer. It tends to be the first thing AdWord reviewers look for. This disclaimer states, you should not use this information as a substitute for help from a licensed professional. Individual results may vary. It's best to place this one below the Buy Now buttons. As you can see here, and also further down here. At the very bottom, I also have the standard ClickBank disclaimer for vendors, noting a subtle change with referencing the product name. In addition, AdWord reviewers can also look for a postal address on your contact form. If you have difficulty with that, then perhaps use your accountant's address or on a similar lines to that. Especially if you do not wish to display your private address. You can even use a postbox for that. In addition, it's real important that you include a privacy policy. There are many freely available templates for that. As my business is UK operated, I am using one which is applicable to UK laws. And in the same way, you also need to add a Terms of Service page. Within the members area, there is also a checklist which accompanies this tutorial which can help you with this. On that note, we're now ready to launch our AdWords campaign. It's now time to make some money. Stay tuned for the next training video as I'll be walking you through that process. Should you have any questions or need help, please email helpdesk@support@cbclicksale.com or alternatively place a support ticket at www.support.cbclicksale.com. Thank you for listening. Here is to your success.